Monday afternoon, everybody. Lead meteorologist John Choquette here for our daily 12 p.m. hail forecast sponsored by C3 Group. Looks like everybody is chiming in on where they're watching from. We're here in Oklahoma City, or Edmond technically, with our forecast today. Past couple days, took a couple days off from doing videos. It was a pretty quiet weekend. Spent some time at home doing just chores and enjoying the nice weather. But now back here with our videos all week this week. Make sure your notifications are set up so you don't miss any of our videos, especially our daily ones or our live coverage if any storms do occur in a city that you are interested in. Make sure you have those push notifications set up, whether it's on your phone, on your email, or on your desktop computer, or all three. And for those regions you want to be notified for, whether it's just a city, whole state, or the entire country. Yesterday we had a storm happen pretty late last night, around somewhere between 9 and 10 o'clock. Midland had a storm moving through, and had Midland, Greenwood, and Comesnel, Texas, up to some tennis ball size hail. About 17,000 homes impacted with that one. It happened pretty late at night, so we didn't see a whole lot of pictures out of this one. One little picture here, but we have quite a bit of damage. We saw it hit the south side of town. I don't know how too much about Midland, but it is a 3-star map for you to go check out if you saw if you're in that area, go see and find some damage. I know this year has been the continued rough ride. Here we are for our forecast for today. We have two separate areas here that we're looking at, the first of which is probably the better risk. It is up far north in northern Montana. Not a whole lot of people out there. 2% chance for Billings, but north of here there's really not that many people out there. Could be some 2-inch hail possible later today. This is 10% for Minot, North Dakota, population about 20,000. So I'm really kind of stretching here to find any population centers in on this one a little further to north. Those storms will form after about 5 o'clock this afternoon, but I'm sure most of you guys watching are looking more down towards the bottom center of the screen of this risk for Oklahoma City and for Dallas. Before you get too excited, this risk is, first of all, going to be, it is going to be after 5 p.m., but very far after 5 p.m. The risk is looking like you're going to be seeing storms late tonight, like over 3, 4 in the morning. Storms are going to probably try to bubble up. And so late night storms, and if any can go up and make hail, they could have up to some golf ball size hail. However, the big question is, are storms going to actually fire? If you're in Oklahoma City and Dallas or anywhere on I-35 between the two, you probably have noticed a lot of cloudiness, some showers today. It's a dying MCS line of storms from last night, kind of hanging out around the Dallas area this morning, and that's really complicated the forecast a lot, added a lot of subsidence or sinking motion, which keeps storms from trying to form, which keeps it so there probably won't be any storms during the day today. So there is a chance might have something, but I'm keeping it kind of low. It's more just it's here in case something happens. I think likelihood of it happening is very low, and I know it is June after a year of a lot of not happenings. I'm sure a lot of you guys are probably going, nah, yeah, it's not gonna happen. So that's what we're looking at for today. I'll show you guys the models and show you why I kept flip-flopping on getting rid of this area for the forecast for that reason of the chances of it really probably not going to be very likely to happen. We'll see what happens. Maybe a late night surprise. I'm sure all you guys would just be happy with some quarter-size hail just to get a new hail day, especially here in Oklahoma, where Oklahoma City, we're starting to the tap is going to run dry pretty soon here. Moving forward to tomorrow, we have another risk of hail across two separate areas, one of which up here. The best chance is going to be up in North Dakota, maybe the Bismarck area. Could see some pretty big hail, up to some tennis ball size, maybe even bigger than that. Maybe some storms down through Rapid. Again, this is the time where we're going to have a lot of focus on the Dakotas, which I know is probably a pretty limited market. Fast forward to day 3 to Wednesday, there is a chance for the Minneapolis area, but because of what we're talking about for today, this MCS that's kind of screwing up the forecast, making things challenging for the Dallas and Oklahoma City areas, it's hard for me to go more than 48 hours out. The risks can change pretty drastically just from a big complex moving through. If it happened on Saturday, a big complex moves through, kills your risk, and then suddenly you're looking at storms very far from where you're looking at before. So I'm trying to keep it just a 2-day forecast, and it looks like some storms may form along the dry line across Texas Panhandle, maybe Lubbock, Amarillo again. And that is what we're looking for. Man, a lot of hashtags in the comments right now, guys. And that's our preliminary forecast. So it's today and tomorrow. Again, a little teaser of possibly Wednesday we could see something move towards Minneapolis. We'll have to kind of see how things pan out the next 48 hours before I really start talking about that too much. But there is, again, we're at the time of year now where the majority of the activity has now shifted a lot further north from the southern plains. And unfortunately, we went from the coldest April on record to the coldest May on record across the United States, and the severe weather had reacted appropriately. So I'm going to show you guys the models. I'll show you why we've had a real lot of uncertainty about the southern plains today. This is the trusty HRRR model, high resolution ramp refresh. You can see here is all that precip we have going on. And if I zoom in right now, you see the shower is happening currently pretty much right along the Red River. So the HRRR is overdoing the amount of precipitation, which also adds uncertainty. When the model can't even get what's happening right now correctly, you kind of lose a little bit of confidence. But nonetheless, showing it here, it had it redeveloping. I think that's not going to happen, but it does show attempted a couple storms forming there. But again, it had more precip than what's actually happening, so you got to kind of, split the difference a little bit there. The other model, the HRRR, not the HRRR, the 3cam NAM. This one showed storms moving out, and then a little more activity moving through, and I think that's what the Storm Prediction Center is kind of leaning on. That's what I'm leaning into a little bit more. A couple of these could have some hail with them. Big question is, can it actually happen? Can it actually hit somebody? I know that we haven't had the problem of storms actually happening. It's getting them out of the cows and pastures. So that's what we're looking at. And then beyond that, beyond today, we have storms tomorrow in the northern plains, and then by Wednesday they could move towards the Minneapolis area, so where there might be a little bit more people to work with. So I'm going to wrap things up here, guys, in the event that some storms actually occur. This afternoon in a population center, we'll do some live coverage. Chances are it's going to be fairly late when they move through the Oklahoma area, so we'll just, if a big storm happens in Oklahoma City, I might wake up to it happening and then I'll scramble. But for the most part, I think today, not much live coverage. We'll probably have our forecast at regular time tomorrow at 12 p.m. So follow our Facebook page in case you haven't already. Hit see first, so all of our forecasts pop at the top of your news feeds. That way, even if you miss our notification, you will not miss our forecast. And of course, any live coverage, especially our live coverage, because that kind of happens on the fly, obviously, with the weather not being on a set schedule. That way, if you miss our push notification, you can just pop on your news feed next time you go, and you can either rewatch our live broadcast or jump right in. And make sure, if you have any other comments, questions, or concerns, give us a call at 855-334-4245, number right here on the screen, or email us at the email on the screen, or hailtrace.com, and you can contact us through intercom with any comments, questions, bugs you may have with the website, requests, etc. We'll be there to answer as quickly as we possibly can. It's especially useful for in between hours or on the weekends when we may not be at the office to readily answer the phones. So I'll see you guys again tomorrow at 12 p.m. I'm lead meteorologist John Choquette. Have a great rest of your day and do some hail dancing. Maybe we can get a halfway decent storm.